Welcome to my backyard container garden. I'm gardening here in Zone 8A in Arkansas, and I just wanted to kind of take you around and show you a few things that I have planted. I don't have a ton, obviously, but I'm excited about what I'm growing and wanted to show you and so you can track the progress along the way. Here we have some sweet magnolia sugar snap peas. These are delicious for snacking, and that is the only reason I grow them. It's for snacking. This is one little petunia I grew in a winter sowing jug, and it was the only petunia that sprouted, so it got to live in here. And then I have one little calendula plant that hasn't bloomed yet, obviously. I have some mint, and we got to put mint in containers, right? Always got to put it in, because look, it's already trying to grow. I already caught it trying to grow into this pot too. And then I have 3 different tomato plants. My first one is a big beef tomato plant, and it's a slicer. Like this one here is starting to show some color, but look how big this guy is. Oh goodness. I put a cage around him, and then it was leaning, and so then I brought a post in, and then I tied it to the post. To tie it to the post, I used not a twist tie, I used a chenille stem or a pipe cleaner. And you just want to use something that's soft on the outside, that's flexible, that it won't cut into your tomato plant. So they sell things on the interwebs that, like tomato tie things, that work great. But if you don't have that, pipe cleaner will work. Maybe some twine. It's a little iffy because it could cut into the plant. And you can also use knee-high pantyhose. Those work really nice. They're stretchy and they're not going to cut in. And anyway, so there's a little tip for you. Next, we have a celebrity tomato plant. Which one is it? It's that one there. I've never grown this plant before, this tomato, but these are all ones that I've not grown before, so it's fun. I think we've got one guy that's back there that's trying to redden up. In the bottom of all of mine, I planted also marigolds. That is something that container planter, or not, companion planting guides will tell you, is to plant marigolds with your tomatoes, because it's supposed to help reduce just different bugs that plague tomatoes. And I have done it before, and I've had less tomato hornworms and that sort of thing. So I think it works, and it looks pretty. So why not? Last, I have a husky red cherry tomato, and these are just cherry tomatoes, and I like the husky name because they're a little bit bigger than a typical, they're a good size. Oh, oops. Okay, well, I didn't mean to pick that one, but that's okay. It'll ripen on the counter, so it's fine. And then we have a Shasta daisy plant. These seeds I planted in a winter sowing jug, and I just put them all in the pot. And it's possibly too much for the pot. I might put it in bigger, but we'll see. Then this is some yarrow. And I don't remember the variety name, and I can't find the seed packet, so I think I threw it away, which was dumb. But it's like pinks and peaches and pretty nonsense. Then I have a green stalk tower gardening thing here. So these are so nice because you fill up the water. You fill up the top with water up to like a certain line, and then it doesn't go over the hole. Anyway, there's holes on the inside here on either end, and then the water just flows all the way down because there's holes in each dividing layer. So in the top I have lavender in all the pockets all the way around. This is my biggest lavender plant. These I grew from a seed from in my winter sowing jug, and they're pretty little right now, but I think once it heats up, they'll really take off. And then I've got 3 rows of strawberries. These are everbearing. So with everbearing, they will continue to produce throughout the season. They won't just be like June bearing. They produce all at once. So if you want to plant strawberries for like making strawberry jam or preserving them, you want to do like a June bearing, because you'll have a big crop all at once. But I wanted them for fresh eating and just snacking. And so I did everbearing so that we'd have kind of a constant supply, ideally. We've picked a few from them so far, and they've been kind of tart. So I'm thinking that once it heats up more, it's gotten warm here. It's gotten up to 80, 85 or so. And I'm not sure what it is today. It's bright. But I think once it gets it real hot, it'll help. Then on the last row, I have some portulaca or moss rose moss. And those are just really fun, pretty little colorful flowers that I love to have every year. And those like the heat, so I think they'll take off too once the heat comes on more. This is a little pepper plant. It's a bell pepper plant that my son wanted to plant a plant, and he picked out this bell pepper plant. So we put it in here. I did plant some calendula seeds around, and so far I only have this one little guy. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that is my little container garden in my backyard here in Arkansas in Zone 8A. And so tell me what you're growing. What are you excited about? What are you growing in containers, in the ground? This is obviously not to like replace a grocery bill or anything like that. It's just some fun things for us to snack on and some flowers to grow. I am trying to grow basil. I've grown basil in the past from seed without a problem, and for some reason I can't get the seeds to take, so I might give in and go buy a plant at the garden center, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Post filming Andrea here. I forgot to mention on those tomato plants, part of the reason why I already have that many tomatoes on there is because I started with really big plants. I went to Sam's this year and I got their plants. They had a deal of like 3 for $20, and I wasn't able to start my own from seed this year, so it's a toss-up. I didn't get to plant the varieties that I really wanted because they don't sell those in the stores, but I got to start with really big plants. I've never had tomatoes before. I feel like it's usually school starts again in the fall before I ever get tomatoes, so this is really fun to have that many tomatoes already, so I wanted to add that in.